Turn 1 Cygnar. Siege has a 6 focus, gives 1 to each of his heavies. And the Centurion activates, just runs forward. The Stormclad activates, run forwards in the flank, and he'll be trying to contest / hold that objective. Siege moves up, excuse me, and casts actually Explosivo on the defender. Then Reinhold comes up and just sits there because everyone's at a range still. The defender moves up and, well, Arlen gave him an extra focus and he tries to just shoot at those Exemplar Errants. He's just in range and he hits 3. And so he boosts the hit twice because he does have, well, he used Snipe off the Long Gunner, or off the Arcane Tempest Gun Mages, and then had one free boost and then an extra boost. So he ended up killing 3, and he pawned a couple in the back so we can keep those up front still alive as much as possible. The Long Gunners moved up and laid down covering fire, or suppressing fire. And Ion and Holt just moved up cautiously behind them as well. Gun Mages moved up, can't do much at this point, just preparing for Menoth invasion. So the Redeemer gets 3 focus, Fire Salvation gets 1, and Redeemer gets 1. Fire Salvation runs up around. We're counting that as an obstruction, so you can't see through it / move through it. Acquired advances next, and they're doing Safe Passage, I do believe it's called, so they can't be targeted or can't be hurt by non-magic range attacks. And so they were able to move up and turn slightly and target every Jack in his battle group. Redeemer moves up and takes a shot at the Long Gunners. He is quite short, and the first one scatters to nowhere. Second one scatters forward 5 inches and grazes 2 Long Gunners, which is enough to kill both of them. So whittling down Long Gunners, I thought I stayed back. Good thing I didn't move up even more forward, otherwise I would have lost a lot more. The Redeemer moves up, and Krios moves up and casts Defender's Ward, which gives +2 armor and +2 defense to the Errants. And they also have Pathfinder, and so I did slow them down a little bit because of that suppressing fire. But not too much. They're all over that objective. But it's again at the end of Menoth turn 2 is when we start to count objective points. First time I've seen Cavalry on the board, and they run fast. They've already caught up to the Pathfinder and Advanced Deploy units. And Davis coming up from behind, running as well. Turn 2 Cygnar. Again, 1 focus to each Jack. I'll look back, I'm not sure why I give the focus because Centurion just walked up and used Polarity Field. Arlen moves up, gives another focus to the Defender and shoots at the Redeemer. He does get a critical brutal from the Arcane Tempest Gun Mages, and it's 14 or 13 damage and takes out his Cortex and his right arm. Really, really big shot there. The Siege moves up after Reinhold gives him an extra shot, and he does his barrage and hits, I think, 5 different guys. He says it has to be 4 inch completely within 14 inches. And so this is him boosting the hit because they have 16 defense right now. It's quite high. And so he's killed a couple to cause 1 damage on the UA. And so he does get 1 soul on Gravis, but then killed a few more. And then he does an extra shot, which he boosts, and then boosts damage as well. Unfortunately, I didn't roll good at all for damage, and so I only did a couple damage, but he could have pawned another little guy anyways. Long Gunners, again, I decided not to use my feet yet because there's just not enough in range. Their combined range attack into the Errants, but they keep on missing, and they're armor 18 right now because they've lost the guy, so they're armor 16. Well, they're armor 14, +2 from the buff, and then +2 because they got hurt. One of them got hurt this turn, so 18 armor, they're really hard to hit. Stormclad moves up. You gotta remember only friendly faction models can see through the Long Gunners, so you move over. Holt takes his 2 shots at Rat 8. Does hit, but he needs a 6 to kill. Or 7 to kill, and he rolls a 6. So he shoots again, hits, and rolls another 6. And so he doesn't manage to kill anybody. It's not going as well as I hoped for all my ranged here. I'm just failing. So the Arcane Tempest Gun Mages, I mean, they need a 9 to kill because they're POW 10, but they have to use Snipe. They can't use Critical Brutal because they're out of range. And so with Snipe, they attack. They manage to kill 1, but the rest of them attacking, and I need 4s to hit and then 9s to wound. So that was a hit, failed to wound, and I think one more hit, and fail to wound. So stay tuned for part 3.